Hi guys, welcome back to my channel. This video is a little different. As you can see, I will be showing you how to make this easy pineapple upside down cake using cake boxes already pre-made, so you don't have to measure anything. This is how I first started when I was in middle school, how I learned. So this is for easy for the house. If you don't feel like measuring anything, it's pretty easy. These are the ingredients that you'll need. And then first thing that you want to do is drain your pineapples, okay? Because we need it to be out of the juice. Do not throw away the juice, save it, and I will show you why later. Next, make sure your hands are clean, like squeaky clean, because you're going to be using your hands for the majority of this part. Now, I am using a bundt cake because I couldn't find my round cake, 9-inch, and you can use a heart. I couldn't find any, so I just decided to use this one. Make sure you butter that pan like you're about to fry something, because that butter is going to help along with the sugar that you'll see, brown sugar, not white sugar, to help you flip the cake once it's done. So once I have the butter, the next thing is to pack it with sugar. I make sure to put a lot of sugar because I really need that syrup to help me once I flip it. So that's pretty much what the brown sugar is for. And then once I'm done, you want to get paper towels, or if you have a very clean towel, you can do that. And this is what we're going to do. So we're going to get the pineapples that we're draining, and we're going to pat them dry. Once they are dry enough, don't flatten them, you're going to put it in the pan, like so. Try not to move them once you put it, because that's pretty much how it's going to look. So this applies as well for a round or heart-shaped. You can do any shape you want with the pineapples, but basically that's it. You're going to put the pineapples all around on top of the sugar. Try not to move the pineapples too much, okay? So once you're done with that, you're going to get the raisins. Now, with the raisins, when you have a round cake, you have much more space to put them. I didn't, but basically the raisins are going to go into those little pockets that you see, and if I had space, it would also go in between, but not in the middle of the pineapple, just in between those little pockets. So you put the raisins there, make sure it's nice and packed. That's why you have to make sure also that your sugar, if you are making this in a bundt pan, make sure that the sugar kind of reaches where the raisins are, because then it'll come off when you flip. So once I'm done, that's pretty much it. Now the next thing you're going to do, you're going to get those cherries and you're going to pat them dry as well. Now before, I used to use the cherries as like a juice in the mix, and it'll make the cake red. If you don't like that, then don't do it. But I'm going to put 2 cherries in each center of the pineapples. I started making 6, but then I realized that 1 would be too. It looked weird. There was an empty pocket, so I ended up just using 2 in each instead of just 1. So once you're done, make sure you pat them dry so there's not too much liquid on them. I didn't flatten them too much. So once you do that, put them in the center of the pineapple, and then that's going to be pretty much it with that part. So you're going to put that to the side and then proceed to the easy part of mixing the cake. This is why I showed you the cake box, because it's pretty easy from now on. But this is the most important step. Now, I am finished, right? We are going to pour this cake. I made a mess, but be careful not to. From then on is pretty much following the directions on the cake box. So I pour this in, I get my 3 eggs, I get, so now instead of using water, this is when I use the juice of the pineapple. You can also use juice like passion fruit juice from like Walmart, nothing too red or anything like that. But that's pretty much what I do. I do use a little bit of cinnamon and a little bit of nutmeg in there. I would say about a 1/4 teaspoon, and then I mix everything in and I'm pretty much done. You can also add a little bit of vanilla, but that's it. So that's what I did. I let it bake for 40 minutes at 350 degrees. Check to see if it's done, and this is what it looks like. And once it has cooled down just a little, it's still warm to the touch. I am going to flip it. I'm using the plate. I couldn't record and flip it at the same time. So once I flip it, it's basically going to look like that. Make sure you get something that's wide enough to contain it. Otherwise, it will break. And then once you're done, you're pretty much going to lift it, and then boom, you're all finished. And that's pretty much what it looks like. Guys, if you have any questions, don't hesitate to ask me. And if you try this out, come back to this video and let me know how it turned out. If you need help, again, just post your questions in the comment section below, and I'll see you in my next video.